If you've been in a system of shifting and stretching, same. Baby, come here, sit down, let's talk. Hey friend, hey. Woo chile, the ghetto. I will say, life isn't really that bad, but it's a lot of shifting and growing going on. Today's video is going to be more of a chit-chat vibe. I'll just be talking about the things I'm currently learning and growing through, and hoping that some of it will be useful for you. Maybe you relate and you just feel seen. Maybe you learn a mindset tip or change. Either way, just being more candid with the camera today. If you want me to stick to my typical structure, I'll be back to that. But you feel free to let me know in the comments. I have some hot chocolate. We'll rock with it. Am I the only one who wants to do a little bit of everything and think that I can really get it all done just how I want? Like, if I think it, it's just gonna happen. Oh, if only she knew. It ain't working. It ain't working. We got burnt out. I feel like I wanted to attempt all of them because I just knew I could do all of them. I just figured if I just get my systems together, everything will be fine. We'll be doing amazing, sweetie. And not so much. I had to face the facts that I don't think I can have it all at once. And when I say that, I mean every day I was trying to work out and do content around my 9 to 5. Then squeeze in hangouts with my friends. Like, you're just doing too much. I was doing too much. And consequently, I just felt like I wasn't getting anything done because of it. And I had to take a step back, reel it in, and realize that I felt less productive. And I likely was less productive after watching somebody's content here on YouTube. And I'm so sorry. I'll try to put her tag if I can remember. But I was watching her content and she talked about the difference between having a project and a task. And this just shifted everything for me. I was considering an hour and a half workout a task. I was considering an hour of editing or recording a task. That is a project. I think she said if it was less than 30 minutes or maybe even less than 15, maybe less than 30, it can be considered a task. But over that, it's a project. And I realized I could not handle several projects on the same day. I could not have it all at the same time. And so over the past couple of weeks, what I've been doing when I plan out my weeks is I have been categorizing my days. And so what I ended up doing differently is still picking 1 to 3 tasks a day, but only one project. So for this week, for example, I decided I was going to work out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Monday and Wednesday, I spent time working on my content. And on Tuesday, this week, I just did an hour of self-care, not an hour and a half of working out followed by an hour of editing. And when you get off of work at 6:30 and then you have to go to bed by 9:30 because the next day you work at 8 o'clock and not 10 o'clock. Like, it wasn't feasible. Now, there's some days where I may blend and do a half and half, but I noticed I felt less overwhelmed this week. In all this striving for productivity, another thing I noticed about myself is I needed to face the facts. I did not have clear systems going. And I would say I have a clear system going in almost every area of my life, except for when it comes to keeping my home clean and content creation. And I want to improve that. I feel like I have so many content ideas that I want to execute. And I'm struggling to even get the few that I've committed to down. And I want to commit to more. And I realized that if I had clearer systems, like having more templates, knowing the structure of the content that I want to produce, so that way it's not copy and paste, but it's streamlined. I think that's so important. Having batching days is something I'm really going to have to work on if I want to be intentional. Working out wise, I think I'm doing pretty good. I've cut it down from the 6-day program I was doing, which I did enjoy, but I was trying to balance too many projects at the same time. So I cut it down from the 6 days to 3 days a week, and I put them at different times in the week and make sure there's still spare days at the end of the week. That was a mouthful. But basically, I don't typically put them all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because at the end of the week, I'm going to be looking crazy in the group chat. I actually, at the beginning of the week, look at my agenda and based off of the other tasks I want to do, pick the best days for my workouts. And they're typically spaced out, like a Monday, Wednesday, a Tuesday, Thursday, and then like a Saturday or Sunday type thing. It's just this week, I feel like I didn't want to be running to different locations. So this week I decided to make sure I just be able to come home after work and do what I have to do here. Not run into the gym, then running back. None of those things. If y'all hear all that activity outside, I'm sorry. My mic doesn't work without my laptop, and I don't have my laptop with me. I plan on streamlining my content strategy so that way I can get more content out to you. But it does take a lot more strategy and clarity on what I want to offer to my platforms and my communities on my different platforms. And I think it's important to do. And it can be a little difficult when you're trying to juggle your 9 to 5. No, I'm not quitting my job no time soon. But I will say that I think trying to put out an incredible amount of content at the same time as working a 9 to 5 is difficult. And I need to, one, adjust my expectations. Doesn't mean I can't strive more, but adjust my expectations. And I need to, again, streamline strategies that work for me. I really want to make an impact. And I know it's like, boo, tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. I'm sure people say that, and it sounds like cliche. But my goal really is to help people enjoy the lives that they live. Like, I've been in so many seasons that I didn't enjoy certain areas of my life. A good amount of college, mourning my mother and a lot of my childhood, taking very stressful classes in general that take up all your spare time and like taking them too seriously, wanting to quit pharmacy school, losing my father. Like, it's just been so many random stressful seasons, being teased in school, like any and every little thing that can be stressful, that can be impactful. I'm not having outlets, not feeling worthy and deserving of joy or happiness or other people's resources, like not wanting to feel like a burden. I've been through a lot and I've had a lot of mindset shifts, and I'm hoping that encouraging people, spreading joy, spreading the option to choose joy and to make joy, I think it can be really impactful. I'm struggling with wanting to be impactful and wanting to reach people fast instead of just enjoying the moment, I think. Which I am enjoying the moment, so I won't really say that. But maybe I'm having like an overwhelming feeling of wanting to make an impact, but not knowing the best route. But again, it's the climb. I just have to keep going. This is literally just the beginning. I think I've been making YouTube videos since August and taking my short form seriously since January. Like, girl, why are you expecting to have 17 million followers on Instagram? I've never really been the patient type. And a lot of people would be like, that's just so surprising because you're so sweet. God can't give you everything. He can't give you everything. Nobody's perfect. Yes, I hope that these videos have been useful for you. Let me know what you thought about this chat, if it was useful, if it was entertaining. If you want to see more of them, less of them, the doors to the comments are open. And comment below some new topics you'd want to hear about. I'm thinking about talking more about friendships and being outside for the summer. Before we get back into productivity in August, y'all. That's that mid-year fix it up. I thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'm LaDacia and I host Dacey's Dose. I make content about living a more fulfilling life and navigating this hood called adulthood. Follow so we can navigate this adulthood together. Love you, mean it. Bye.